Hey, I'm Al Corlin. We are shooting video up here in Vancouver, British Columbia at the Cambridge House Investment Conference. I am sitting down right now with a gentleman who I have known for probably 15 years, maybe 20 years, Bart Kitner. Bart is a guy who I really, really respect. Bart started his organization, Kitco, which has evolved into, in terms of a website where people go to get information on precious metals and precious metals related topics, #1 in the world. Absolutely no question about that. Kitco is also a bullion dealership. We're going to talk a little bit with Bart about how he got started in the business. You've been around since the 70s.
Since late 70s actually is when I got started. Yeah.
Doing what?
Yeah, it was a part-time job. It was actually a summer job.
And what was that?
It was a summer job. During the summer I was working. I wanted to do something different than the typical type of student jobs. I was a student. I was like 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And my dad was in the jewelry business, and he knew about the gold business a little bit. So he gave me the idea of going to jewelry stores, buying scrap gold, sending it off to the refineries, getting back pure gold, selling it back to the jewelry trade.
And that's how you got started.
That's pretty much how I got started. Yeah.
Okay, so you got this high school kid in Montreal going to jewelry stores, buying scrap gold, turning it into a more valuable commodity, and obviously making some money on that. Okay, from there, then what?
From there, I decided to make it a full-time career. From there, I was doing that for a few years. I did that while I was going to McGill in Montreal. So that's like a 3-year program. So I was doing it summers. I was doing it, weekends. I was doing it part-time. Graduated, and then I was deciding, all right, now I got to decide what I want to be when I grow up, kind of thing. And I decided to stay in the business. So I ended up staying and developing. Customers for many years after that, up until the point of where we are today.
Now when you say developing customers, Bart, you mean basically for the commodity itself?
Yeah, my plan was to build the scrap business. To build that business, and when I finished school, I was working out of my apartment. I didn't have an office.
That's how I started.
I was on the road.
I was working out of our family room in our house.
Okay.
It was just amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you went from doing the metal itself into developing the website. Why did you do that?
The website was really just an excuse to have something fun to do with computers, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
I was always very, very interested in computers. I was using it as much as possible for the business. To me, it was fun. To me, computers was a hobby. It was fun. I was using Heathkit systems and using CPM and downloading drivers on BBSs, way before most people even knew what computers were. Seriously.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I was actually planning to do I don't know if you're familiar with the BBS system. It's
I'm not. No.
Anybody who's like a hacker or a geek, back in the early '80s. They used to dial into companies with their modems, 1200, 2400 baud modems, in order to get information. So you would dial in, you would download software drivers, you would get, you could get onto some online services, CompuServe back in those days, but it was very reserved for just really geeks and techies, and
you know what?
Those are people who used it.
I remember, man.
Remember CompuServe?
Sure.
Used the modem probably, used the dial-up modem to get into CompuServe.
Yeah. Okay, and then you started the website, and my guess is probably the way the website started, and this isn't a fact, so don't think that, but just my guess is you were probably just giving quotes.
That was it. It was quotes. It was going back to the BBS. My original plan was to host the BBS, so anybody with the modem could dial in and get live quotes off the system.
Okay.
What happened is the internet kind of came along around that time.
Yeah.
And kind of made BBSs obsolete, and so I started the website. And yeah, initially that was it. That's what it was. It was quotes. We put up gold, silver, platinum, palladium, one price.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the site. That was 95.
1995, and today in 2011, you are ranked as one of the top websites in the world, #1, easily one of the top websites in the world. Anybody in our industry, I have to tell you, goes to Kitco to get a plethora of information. Your buddy Dave Skazinski was telling me, he said, when on the audio that I provide with you guys 2, 3, 4 times a week, he said you guys get 10, 20,000 people who listen to that. That is amazing to have an audience like that. It is just absolutely amazing to me. Now you're branching out and you're doing more in terms of precious metals related news. You're doing interviews, you're doing video interviews, et cetera, and I commend you guys for doing that. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you, Al.
Where are you going to stop, man? I mean,
I don't know. We'll see.
Where do you
we'll see
go
where
from
it goes. Part of the you know what part of the fun is using all the new technology, and kind of harnessing that new technology and see what we can do with it, see where we can take it, and who knows? I mean, the world is changing so quickly, and we're our plan is to stay on top and to stay ahead. Mobile is big. You know, mobile is something that we're looking at.
You've already got mobile. I mean, you're on my BlackBerry. All I do to get quotes, I click on the, I guess it's a Kitco logo
right.
or what
yeah,
have you.
It's a Kitco site,
sure.
but yeah, it's a simple little thing, but I can promise you a lot of work and a lot of effort, a lot of planning,
right?
and a lot of, into designing like a simple little mobile application, like the BlackBerry. Yeah,
Well,
a lot of effort goes into that.
You are talking to the wrong guy when it comes to trying to explain this stuff. 'Cause, man, I just don't get it. I don't have an iPhone yet. I've still got the BlackBerry, which is
BlackBerry is fine. It's you don't need an iPhone if you have a BlackBerry.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
iPhone is not better than a BlackBerry.
It isn't.
No, it's for a different market.
Okay.
Most businesses use BlackBerries. Most
Really?
Yeah. iPhone for email is not the greatest. It has its
Is that right?
limitations. Yeah.
Let me tell you guys something about Kitco out there, and I'm not going to ask Bart to do it because I want to prove to Bart what a smart guy I am. Here's what you get on Kitco. You get great commentary from the experts around the world. A lot of my colleagues are on Kitco on a regular basis. James Turk, Roger Wiegand, Jay Taylor, the list goes on and on. My audio is on Kitco 2, 3, 4 times a week. You get up to the minute quotes on virtually any commodity that you want in terms of charts, vis-a-vis stock charts, in terms of commodity charts, that's all there. You want information on the US dollar, that's all there. I can't think of anything that any hard asset investor would want to get more information on. I can't think of any place else where they can get that much information as on your site, my friend.
Thanks, Al. And if you ever do think of something that you'd like to have that we don't have, let me know.
Let you know.
And we'll make it happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Big Al's been chatting with Bart Kitner, the owner of Kitco, the best hard asset website out there. Thanks for watching.